Have you ever been thirsty? And I mean like really thirsty. The other weekend, I had just got done eating dinner and I was parched. So I walked into the kitchen to look for something to drink and realized I had nothing. No water, no juice, no soda, nothing. Luckily, I got my good old sink over here and I poured me a cold glass of sink water and slurped it right up. And it was the best thing I could have had right then and there. You see, in the United States, we are lucky enough to consider water an amenity. It comes right out of the faucet with no second thought. Or, better yet, you can go buy some fresh water in the grocery store for next to nothing, a couple of dollars maybe, depending on what kind of water you buy. But it's not like this everywhere. In many other countries, water isn't just as convenient as it is here. And most of the time, it's not even clean. You can't just get it out of the faucet like we can. And in fact, some parts of the world are still experiencing extreme water scarcity. I mean, this often has to do with their geographical location and their cleanliness, but still, all the water we have and they have nothing. Water is what keeps the body hydrated. Without it, the body goes under dehydration and can eventually lead to death. That's why a lot of the countries have a lot of death rates, is because of no clean water. According to fewresources.org, it's estimated by year 2020, 1.8 billion people will have experienced absolute water scarcity. 5 years later, in 2025, it's estimated 50% of the world will be experiencing severe water stress conditions. That's including us, the United States. But that's just what they estimated. How about we take a look at a country that has experienced water scarcity right now? Djibouti. Djibouti is located off the east coast of Africa. It's the smallest country in Africa. And it has still experienced water scarcity. Major water scarcity at that. Mainly because of its political and national strife that it's always constantly dealing with. It hardly ever receives any aid because nobody wants to send anything to them because they're always in a fight. The country's always fighting for something, probably clean water. Now, it is located off the coast, and despite its coastal location, it is heavily affected by droughts due to its arid climate. It's nothing but dry, cracked lands. That areas that were once filled with running rivers are now nothing more than stretches of cracked land, and there's nothing they can do about it. Since 2007, there's been a continuous drought in Djibouti, and in fact, there has been a decrease in precipitation of 17.4% per decade from 1980 to 2011. That's a long time per decade. If you added that up, that'd be a lot. Over 100% of water. None. But it does still get some water. It's not completely out of water. Most of its water comes from supplies like aquifers and deep groundwater tables. But considering that it's been in a drought for all of these years and precipitation has been decreasing, these shallow wells are beginning to dry up and the people are beginning to run out of water. What can we do? There's a few organizations that still contribute to Djibouti despite its political and national strife. In fact, Europe has given UNICEF 2 million euros towards improving their water supplies. I'm not saying giving your life savings to help them, to help this small country, but $1 might make them holla, crazy tears of joy, right? Who wouldn't want some water? Also, the USAID started a WASH program, which is Water, Sanitation, and Health. And it aims to help reduce the death rate and diseases from the unclean water that they do have there in children and women by increasing access to portable, clean water. By raising awareness and understanding the problem at hand, we can figure out what needs to be done and what needs to be addressed in order to help countries like Djibouti, and also to help change the statistics that fewresources.org has estimated is going to happen by 2020 and 2025. So what will you do today?